Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was an epic end to the Dr. Robotnik Eggman villain trilogy in the live-action Sonic films, and the film ended with such an exciting post-credit scene, where we got to see an army of robotic Metal Sonics coming after Sonic the Hedgehog, and him being saved by the one and only Amy, who looks like she'll be helping Sonic, Knuckles and Tails in the fourth film, and maybe begin developing feelings for our blue hedgehog. But there is one minor massive problem with this post-credit scene, and that is who created these metal robots and where do they come from? Because in the actual Sonic video games, they are created by Dr. Eggman as the ultimate weapon to take out Sonic by literally cloning Sonic's abilities into a mechanical machine army, like a more advanced version of the Robotnik drones. However, as we saw at the end of the third film, Dr. Eggman and even Dr. Eggman's grandfather both died in the detonator ship, and it was a fitting ending for their story arc. So, if Eggman didn't create these Metal Sonics, then who did? Well, today we find out, but before we go any further, please make sure that you click that red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on. Now, there are quite a few options the franchise could go down, but we know the franchise likes to stick to the main core material. So I'm going to start with the most likely, then go into the unlikely of who created the Metal Sonics. To start with, it could just be that Dr. Eggman didn't die. Now, I don't think this is the case, because they have already done Eggman pretending to die and then coming back, and it really did seem like Robotnik had changed in the end and made a worthy sacrifice. However, if they wanted to stick with Eggman being Metal Sonic's creator, then they could have just as easily been created by Robotnik during his years of lazing around, pretending he was dead, and they could be activated as a revenge plan for if the Doctor did ever die, which would explain why they appear after he has died. There was also the mention by Robotnik of cloning his right-hand man, Agent Stone, when he disagreed with Eggman. I wouldn't be surprised if Robotnik had mastered cloning technology and had cloned himself before Sonic 3, and Agent Stone then uses this to bring him back to life, and then this clone makes the Metal Sonics. After all, there is a lot of clones of these Metal Sonics, so maybe they were made by a clone. The big problem with bringing Eggman back is the actor Jim Carrey, who has said he is thinking of retiring from acting and was already ready to retire before Sonic 2 and 3, and I don't think they would do a live-action Eggman without Carrey, so I don't think Eggman is going to be the creator of these Metal Sonics. The other possibility of mastermind scientists creating these Metal Sonics are by the Gun Corporation. We already saw Gun create the planet-killing machine from Eggman's grandfather's plans, so we know they have this sort of technology that could create Metal Sonics. I mean, just look at the gravity room that they had in their Vault headquarters and how much technology they had in their base. They could easily create Metal Sonics. Gun could have built these Metal Sonics as an army protection for the human race to use if the hedgehogs weren't available, and they then begin malfunctioning. In the video games, there are many occasions of Metal Sonic almost becoming sentient and overriding his AI programming into becoming even more powerful and malfunctioning. Or they could have been hacked by another potential villain. Gun could have also built the Metal Sonics to defend against the hedgehogs. Sonic 3 saw a lot of the army at Gun don't necessarily trust the hedgehogs, so maybe Gun are the villains now as well. I mean, they sort of played like an antagonist role in the third film. Those are the most likely possibilities, but there are other less likely potential ways for how the Metal Sonics were created without Eggman. They could very easily just come from another planet, which could explain why Amy was so quick to come to the rescue in the post-credits scene. Or they could come from an alternative universe Eggman, or an alternative universe where Metal Sonics are normal, not Hedgehog Sonics. The final possibility could be time travel, and that the Metal Sonics are either created by past versions of Eggman or they are a future version of Earth's protection based off the original Sonic that have then returned to the past. Like I say, less likely, but you never know. Personally, I'm leaning more towards the idea of gun corporations creating the Metal Sonics, maybe after seeing some of Eggman's potential plans, and then the Metal Sonics are now malfunctioning, and that is why they are attacking. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with any of these theories of how the Metal Sonics are created? Do you think they were just created by Eggman, or do you think a potential other villain could have created them? Or can you think of another reason as to why the Metal Sonics are here in Sonic the Hedgehog 4? I cannot wait for it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and as always, we've been here on Gated Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.